For many getting started in the home-based business industry, preferably in programs that cost $500 or more, there exist two problems: lead generation and sales closing. Now we all know about the three-way call, but I'm here to tell you that is so 1999. In fact, the three-way call is reminiscent of the pressure sale. Let's look at the anatomy of your calls. Again, this example will focus on programs that cost more than $500 but offer affiliate levels at $49 to $99. Now, you generate the lead. You call, they answer, great. That brings us to the second step. Remember, this is not a sales call but a conversation. Natural selling methods utilized by some of the top sales professionals are great, but they lack the ability to allow you to duplicate. More importantly, your voice is suppressed to the confines of the script. It no longer sounds natural, but robotic and repetitive. More importantly, it is not tailored to the position, goal, or psychological monetary limitations of your prospect, as the script is used to do one thing: close. Now, there are many ways to close a sale. I teach about 35 ways. Given your prospect's position, a script may not run concurrent with their wants or needs. You're then forced to improvise, as conversations are extremely dynamic. I like to start my introduction on the phone with, "Hi, this is Contempo, and the reason for this call is you visited xyz.com requesting more information about getting started in your own business." I remove the word home, as this word tied to business brings upon so many negative connotations. More importantly, those searching for a home-based business do so with the psychological impression of cheap to start. I reference xyz.com, or your domain name, to create a frame of reference. Opportunity seekers fill out forms, multiple forms, so it's imperative that you make reference to your domain name and even invite them to revisit. This is a psychological trigger, as it reminds them of A, who you are, and B, how they felt when they filled out your form. Now, there's an old question that everyone likes to use. The whole, "what was it about my website that interested you?" It doesn't work, guys. It just doesn't. The question that should be asked is, why are you currently looking for a business, and what other opportunities have you been introduced to? I then make this more of an interview, controlling the conversation with questions. Rule of thumb here, guys, is ask and listen. Ask and listen. Not talk and hope they get the point. People of all walks of life introduce themselves to this industry because they have a need, not because you have a phenomenal product. In fact, mentions of your product or company in many cases shifts the power of control away from you and allows your prospect to begin asking questions. This is a no-no. Remember, this is an interview you control. But many associates struggle with this. Unless you are a seasoned professional who knows how to tread these waters, I say never bring up product, opportunity, or money. As I said, this is an interview, and I like to let my prospects know this by simply stating, "John, this isn't a sales call. In fact, this is more of an interview or a consultative session that will allow me to better understand or know you and see if I can help you. So keep your wallet in your pocket. There's nothing to buy." This statement puts your prospects at ease. I mean, in the 21st century, who the hell isn't tired of the telemarketer? I then like to ask a few questions, and these questions are part of my repertoire arsenal in controlling the conversation. A few questions you should have in your arsenal are, what is the highest degree of education completed? What neck of the woods am I calling to? And really, take note of the city and town. What is the median home value in your city or town? This is important because the answer will more than likely be the price of their home. $250,000 or more qualifies them as a solid prospect. The next question is, what has happened in their life that they are now looking for a business? Everyone has a story more elemental than making money. Are they married? Do they have children? This question is important because if they are married, you know we have the spouse that plays a part in the decision making. You want them both on your company presentation. Children? This lets you know their liabilities. And there's a great follow-up to this question, a very important question. How much do you have saved for college? Now, I do have a favorite question, or a statement rather, and it goes Generally like this. Obviously, you've been searching for an opportunity, and more often than not, you hear on the internet, scam this or scam that. With that said, what type of business are you looking for? And what are the conditions that need to be met in order to be considered legitimate? Now, this question takes advantage of the prospect's ignorance. Many will go down a yellow brick road about integrity, honesty, great product, and such. But you follow up this question with, how much would you like to make in a month with your own business? 3,000 being the lowest and 15,000 being the highest. This scale is purely psychological, but this allows you to see how limited their beliefs are about making money online. And this is very important. Again, there are many ways to approach your conversations with your prospects. The goal is to understand psychological triggers and stated implications or realities brought forth by your prospect. Alas, no more scripts. I also have a secret close method that if you just called and took 3 minutes to let me share with you, you will be closed, and so will your prospects. It never fails, guys, I promise. If you would like to know more about how I prospect and or train individuals how to prospect with well over 35% close rates, shoot me an email at contempo160@yahoo.com or call me 708-714-1680. I look forward to your calls, guys. I look forward to answering many of your questions and, really helping you make 2011 a very profitable year for you and your business. Wish you all the best and success. God bless. Goodbye.